So, Abrante Sarkodie make approaches earlier in the year, Mr. January, February, said he wants to do a concert or either Accra or Babaya. Right? We still said he had written for a meeting, and Kumasi, Ashanti, NSA, I engaged several times, and finally agreed for him to perform in Babayara and not Accra, because the World Cup qualifiers, other national teams, the Ghana Premier League, and that is what has been agreed, and we are satisfied. Say all the right measures have been made in order for the pitch not to be damaged. Pitch not. As at now, it is not ready for competitive football, but it is in a process. Work is ongoing. It is our process, work is ongoing to ensure, the pitch will not be torn into shreds after just 1 or 2 matches. Anybody performing on our pitches cannot do so until we have pitch covers. And also, we are in the process, sorry to use this word, of acquiring pitch covers for at least one venue, not later. So, in your corporate supporter, at least another venue. So the processes are ongoing, but Sarkodie is due to perform, and we would ensure, he does not damage or use the pitch. But there is a clause: if for any reason the fans and now there's any breach, not pitch, because he's not supposed to be there, there will be very serious penalties involved. Using of the venue is permitted. Using of the pitch is for football and other sports activities. We'll look at it and then we'll sanction. None of the pitches under the NSA, the major pitches for Ghana Premier League or national teams, have been used for entertainment purposes. At pitch, entertainers. Normally, and the new phase is to have the stage and sound system behind a goalpost to protect the pitch. And I'm sure in the past 2-3 events stage, that is what we've done, just to protect the pitch itself. But for the venue, if it is needed for an event that will not damage or compromise the pitch, it is permitted that we use that to raise IGF. But then I can tell you, other churches, they insisted that they want to use the pitch. They are even ready to pay 200,000-300,000 Ghana cedis just to use the pitch. But we've declined them. We cannot do that. We have too many important games to be played here. 200,000-300,000 now, more the extra, more the back on. Pitch cover. Rather, pitch covers. Then you can use it every weekend, even if you want, once the pitch is protected. A process. Process. But Sarkodie any stage, behind the goalpost, but the field itself, and Crawford so is that the case? And I say, you see the stance on
the pitch is prohibited. You cannot use the pitch to perform or for any other purposes. Now, if by any mistake anybody goes onto the pitch, by any mistake, and I say these conditions are broken, then a huge compensation will be paid. But we are not expecting that. But we've not given Sarkodie permission to use the pitch to perform. And it hasn't happened.
But say virtually a man for a pitch and so I
don't know. They have to be stopped. Proposals no bar. Your team, we look at the pros and cons, and then we decide whether or not to first of all approve. Approval also bar. There are always conditions that come with it. And based on those conditions, if the client is able to meet them, then we have further negotiations to arrive at an agreement. But as I said, more than a dozen corporate groups, individual musicians, churches, and 80 to 90% want to use the pitch. And 10 out of 10, since I buy,
We've denied all those parties who wanted to use the pitch based on exactly the reason our frame. We cannot allow that to happen at the detriment of playing our domestic football international matches, especially at the Accra Sports Stadium.